So 1 out for Goodo. Swing and a miss for Goodo. No balls and 1 strike. Ground ball towards third base. Third baseman has it over to first. It's high. And Goodo's going to head to second base. He's going to have to hold up there. So Goodo reaches on the throwing error. And with 1 out and a runner at second, I'll bring up Julian Gonzalez. Wind is blowing straight out to center field. There are no footage signs, so I can't tell you the dimensions of the park. So here's Gonzalez with 1 out and Goodo at second. Pitch misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. Catches the outside corner for a strike. It's 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Goodo at second base for the Saints here in the top of the first. Pitch misses low and it's 2-1. Here's a 2-1 to Gonzalez. Up high, and it's 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Goodo at second with 1 out. Gonzalez swings at the high pitch and fouls it off, and it's 2-2. Sorry, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So full count to Goodo. And Goodo is hit by the pitch. So runners at first and second for Logan Gray. Gray drives the first pitch to deep center field. Center fielder going back. Goodo goes back to tag. Will stay at second base. And now there's 2 outs in the inning. So Mark Johnston with 2 outs. Runners at first and second. First pitch is high and outside. It's a ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Fouled back. And it's 1-1.
Get on top of it, babe. Let's go.
1 ball, 1 strike to Johnston. Deep fly ball left field, and it's going to be foul. Johnston hit it a long way, but it was foul.
Good swing, good swing.
And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Misses outside, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on for the Saints here in the top of the first. Swing and a miss, and Johnston strikes out to end the inning. Saints strand 2 runners on no hits and 1 Westlake error. We'll be back for the bottom of the first. You're watching St. Louis Catholic High School Baseball on the St. Louis Catholic Sports Network. So back for the bottom of the first, David Nolan is on the mound for the Saints. First pitch is in for a strike from Nolan. It's no balls and 1 strike. Defensively for the Saints, Clay Gaskin will handle the catching duties. Mark Johnston at first. Charles Ellers at second. Will Aguilar at short. And Jeremiah Caesar is at third. Bunted down the first baseline, foul. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. In the outfield, Kyle Goodo is in left. Julian Gonzalez in center and Gus Milligan in right. Logan Gray is the pinch hitter. The designated hitter. Here's the 0-2 from Nolan. Misses low, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 from Nolan. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout for out number 1. First pitch from Nolan, right down the middle for a strike. It's no balls and 1 strike. Here's the 0-1. Line back up the middle. Just out of Nolan's reach and going to center field for a base hit for the Rams. Throw to first. And not in time. The runner gets back. Throw to first again. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the high fastball. It's no balls and one strike. And they're going to call a balk on Nolan. So Nolan balks and the runner gets awarded second base.
Come on, Dave. Come on, Ram.
So no balls and a strike. With one out and a runner at second base for the Rams. Fouled off down the right side. It'll be no balls and two strikes. No balls, two strikes from Nolan. Breaking ball misses outside. It's a ball and two strikes. Base hit into right field. Runner's going to have to hold up at third. And Westlake will have runners at first and third with one out. First and third, one out. Breaking ball misses just off the corner. And it's a ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss on the changeup. It's one ball and one strike. Runners at first and third for Westlake. One out, bottom of the first, no score. Swing and a miss. Runner takes off for second. There'll be no throw. It'll be a ball and two strikes. Runners at second and third now for Westlake with one out. Coach Collins
Come on, number 10, yeah, home run.
will head out, and he's going to talk to the official. So Coach Collins goes out to talk to the official. He's gesturing to right field. I'm not quite sure what that was about. The runner at first had made, instead of going straight to the base, he had kind of arched it out towards right field before he took off to second. Maybe that's what he was asking about. Sliced foul down the right side. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Runners at second, third, still 1 out. 0-0 here in the bottom of the first. Just off the outside corner, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
First pitch of the ball game was exactly that. You called it a strike. A floating zone.
Two balls and 2 strikes now from Nolan. Curveball, and it's hit into left field for a base hit. 1 run is home. Second run on its way. The ball gets by Goodo and goes to the fence. Runner's heading to third. Here comes the throw. And the throw is offline. 2-run score. Saints trail it 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Runner advances to third after the ball gets by Goodo out in left field. Goodo was charging hard. Looked like when he got to the ball, he slipped to the ground. Got a glove on the ball, but it rolled past him and to the fence. So 1 out now, runner at third for Westlake. Shows bunt. And the pitch misses low. It's a ball and no strikes. Shows bunt again. Butts it up in the air. And Gaskin dives for it. Can't come up with it in foul territory. Good effort by Gaskin, just out of his reach down the first base line. One ball, 1 strike, and 1 out. Shows bunt again and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2. Misses high. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
We're down.
Time out. Two from Nolan. Chopper foul. It'll stay 2-2. And the batter calls timeout again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out and a runner at third. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. And a strikeout for out number 2. First pitch from Nolan's fouled off down the right side. It's no balls and a strike. Fly ball towards center field. Gonzalez is going to come in a few steps. He'll make the catch. Rams score 2 runs on 3 hits and no errors after 1 complete. Westlake 2, St. Louis 0. So David Nolan will start it off here in the top of the second. Saints trail it 2-0. First pitch is high. It's a ball and no strikes to Nolan. Nolan drives one over the shortstop's head and into left field for a base hit. So nobody out runner at first, and that'll bring up Charlie Ehlers. Ehlers coming off a 3-for-3 night on Tuesday. Granger will go in to run for Nolan. Curveball misses high and outside. It's a ball and no strikes to Ehlers. Throw back to first. But Granger is there standing up. Ball and no strikes to Ehlers. And it's called a strike. Ehlers checked his swing. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ehlers. Swing and a miss. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 to Ehlers is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Granger at first. Courtesy running for Nolan after Nolan led off the inning with the base hit. Here's the 2-2. Oh, it's the throw to first, and Granger is back. Sorry about that.
Come on, Charlie.
Here's the 2-2, and it's fouled back. It'll stay 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Ground ball towards the first base side, deep in the hole. Second baseman comes up with it, throws it, and it's past the first baseman. Granger will head to third. Ehlers will head to second base. So Ehlers reaches on the error and advances to second on the throw. And Ehlers still has a perfect on-base percentage in district play. So that'll bring up Gus Milligan with nobody out and runners at second and third for the Saints. First pitch to Milligan misses low. And it's a ball and no strikes. One ball, no strikes to Milligan. Ground ball towards shortstop. Shortstop can't come up with it. Run scores. As Granger comes home, Ehlers advances to third base. So an error on the shortstop. 2 straight errors for the Rams, and the Saints cut the lead to 2-1. And timeout as the Rams coach wants to head out and talk to his infield. So Ehlers at third and Milligan at first will bring up Jeremiah Caesar to the plate. First pitch from Caesar. Milligan heads down to second base. They throw it out into center field, and Ehlers will come home to tie the game. 3 straight errors on the Rams have tied the score for the Saints. So 1 ball, no strikes to Caesar with Milligan at second and a tie ball game. Caesar bunts it down the third base side. They'll throw to no throw. Infield base hit for Caesar. Milligan advances to third. The Saints have first and third now with nobody out. And back to the leadoff spot and Will Aguilar. Saints with 2 runs on 1 hit and 3 Westlake errors so far in the inning. Still nobody out, and Milligan at third base for Aguilar. Jeremiah Caesar is at first after the infield base hit. And here's the pitch to Aguilar, and it's in for a strike. Caesar jogs down to second, and The Rams will let him have it. So second and third now with one out. I'm sorry, no outs. No balls and one strike. Here's the 0-1 to Aguilar. The curveball misses the outside corner. It's 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Aguilar butts it down to first baseline. Milligan will score. They'll throw it to first and get the out, and Caesar comes home to score from second. So the suicide squeeze produces 2 runs for the Saints, and it's 4-2. So nobody on for Goodo, and one out. So here's the pitch to Goodo, swing and a miss. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Pitch misses high. It's a ball and 2 strikes. A ball and 2 strikes to Goodo. Goodo with a drive to center field. Center fielder on the run. It's over his head. Goodo heads to second. He'll hold up there with a stand-up double. So Goodo will be at second base for Julian Gonzalez. And the first pitch to Gonzalez is called a strike. No balls and a strike to Gonzalez. One out with Goodo at second. Swing and a miss, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 to Gonzalez. And Gonzalez swings and strikes out for the second out of the inning. So 2 down for Logan Gray. Gray offers at the low curveball, and it's no balls and 1 strike. The pitch misses low and inside, and it's 1-1. Gray lifts one high towards center field. Center fielder drifts over, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Saints score 4 runs on 2 hits and 4 Ram errors. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Your score, St. Louis 4, Westlake 2. Bottom of the second, Saints lead at 4-2. First pitch from Nolan is fouled back. Snowballs and a strike. Pitch misses just low, and it's 1-1. Ball and a strike from Nolan. Just misses off the outside corner. It's 2 balls and a strike. In the dirt, it's 3 balls and no strikes. 3 balls and 1 strike, I'm sorry. Three-1 from Nolan. Nobody out, nobody on for the Rams. Ground ball towards the shortstop. Aguilar has it. Throws it high. And Johnson makes the tag. The throw was high to the left of Johnson. Johnson goes up and gets it and applies the tag to the runner on his way by. And now the coach for Westlake will want to go talk about it. One out, nobody on. First pitch from Nolan's a fastball, and it's in for a strike. It's 0-1. Fastball misses high. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out, nobody on. Saints lead at 4-2. The Rams batting in the bottom of the second. Outside corner on the fastball is in for a strike, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Fastball just misses the low outside corner. It's 2-2. And timeout is called. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and an out. Nobody on for the Rams. Here's the pitch. And strike 3 is called at the belt. It's 2 down. So 2 out, nobody on now for the Rams. First pitch from Nolan's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Blows the fastball by him, and it's 0-2. Off the end of the bat, it'll be a tough one to come up with, and the Ram batter will reach on an infield base hit. Ball stayed up in the air a long time. Came down between Nolan and Ellers, and they didn't have a play. So 2 down and a runner at first for Westlake. Line drive down the left side, and it's in play. Runner comes around second. Coming around third, he'll head home to score. Here's the throw in from Goodo. And it'll be offline. Runner slides into third. The ball gets into the outfield, and he'll come home to score. And the Rams will tie it up here in the bottom of the second. Ball was hit into the corner. Goodo had a hard time picking it up and getting it in. The throw was wide of third base. Caesar tried to get it to Aguilar as Aguilar was heading towards third, and the ball got by Aguilar, and the runner came home to score to tie the game.
All right, let's go. Get it down. Shake it off. Let's go get it out now. Come on.
That should go down as a double with a throwing error. I'm sorry, triple with a throwing error. 2 down, nobody on for Westlake. First pitch from Nolan is in for a strike. Popped up out of play. And it's no balls and 2 strikes. Here comes the 0-2 from Nolan. Fly ball towards right field. Milligan calls it and makes the catch for out number 3. So Westlake scores 2 runs and ties the game here after 2 innings. We'll go to the third. St. Louis 4, Westlake 4 on the St. Louis Catholic Sports Network. Mark Johnson will lead it off for the Saints in the top of the third. And a swing and a miss on the outside pitch. It's no balls and 1 strike. Oh, 0-1 to Johnston. It's in the dirt, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Strike called on the inside corner, and it's 1-2. Pitch misses outside. It's 2-2 to Johnston.
Let's go, Mark.
2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and Johnston will strike out for the first out of the inning. That brings up David Nolan with 1 out. Nolan swings at the first pitch and misses. It's no balls and one strike.
Let's go, 1-8.
Ground ball to the shortstop, but it gets between his legs. Nolan will reach on the error. With two down, Granger goes in to run for Nolan, and that'll bring up Ellers. Yeah, I'm sorry, one down. The scoreboard has 2 outs. Johnston struck out to start off the inning. So 1 out for Ellers. Granger at first, in for Nolan. And Granger takes off to second, and the throw, shortstop can't come up with it. And they had Granger out at second base, and the shortstop couldn't hold on to the ball. So Granger gets second on the error. They throw back to second. Granger gets back. The ball goes to center field, but the center fielder's there to back it up. No balls, no strikes to Ellers. 1 out with Granger at second base. And they throw back to second again. And they're going to say Granger is out at second base. Granger and the shortstop collided. Shortstop held on to the ball. And Granger is called out at second. So now there's 2 outs in the inning for Ellers with nobody on. Pitch to Ellers misses low, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Ellers swings and misses at the high fastball. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 to Ellers, 2 outs, nobody on. Score tied here in the top of the third. Ellers chops it towards third, but it'll be foul. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 to Ellers. Fly ball towards right field. Right fielder going over towards the line. And he'll make the catch for out number 3. Saints go 3 up, 3 down. After the hit and the pickoff, we'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 4-4. Bottom of the third, score tied at 4. Breaking ball from Nolan is in the dirt. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 from David Nolan. Hit to Caesar. Caesar snags it. Throws it across in time for the out. Great play by Caesar. Hard hit ball. Snags it to his backhand side. Throws it all the way across the diamond to Mark Johnson for the out. That saved extra bases. So one out, nobody on for the Rams. First pitch misses on the low side. It's 1-1, 1 ball, no strikes. The 1-0 is sliced down the right side, and it's foul. So 1 ball and 1 strike. There's 1 out in the inning. Breaking ball swung on and fouled. It's a ball and 2 strikes now from Nolan. Breaking ball misses on the outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2, 1 out, nobody on. Rams batting in the bottom of the third with the score tied at 4. And a swing and a miss on the high fastball. Strikeout for out number 2. Two down, nobody on. Fastball misses outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. I'm sorry, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch from Nolan. And it's right down the middle for a strike. 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Score tied at 4. And timeout's called. Here's the 1-2 from Nolan. Misses outside. It's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Breaking ball swung on, gets away. Nolan's going to have it. He's going to throw it to first for the out. So a strikeout and throw him out on the missed ball. That'll end the inning. We'll head to the 4th inning. It's St. Louis 4, Westlake 4 on the St. Louis Catholic Sports Network. Gus Milligan will start it off
Let's go, Gus.
in the top of the fourth for the Saints. Milligan sends the first pitch to center field. Center fielder over a couple steps and makes the catch. Well hit ball right to the center fielder.
Let's go, Caesar.
Jeremiah Caesar will bat with one out. And the first pitch misses for a ball. It's a ball and no strikes to Caesar. Low and outside, it's 2-0. Two balls and no strikes to Caesar. And the 2-0 is in for a strike. It's 2-1.
Let's go, Sam.
Two balls and a strike to Caesar. Here's the pitch. Outside, it's 3-1. Caesar lifts one to center field. Center fielder going back, turns around, and makes an amazing catch out in center field. He got turned around twice and somehow came up with that catch. And the coach will head out to see if he's okay. Saints have been robbed like that several times this year on outfielders just making catches over their shoulders and diving catches. And that was a great play by the center fielder for Westlake. So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Will Aguilar. First pitch misses high and inside. It's a ball and no strikes. Here's the 1-0 to Aguilar. Aguilar lifts one deep to left field. Left fielder coming over, but it's going to be foul. It'll be 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike to Aguilar, 2 down, and nobody on. Here's the pitch. Aguilar swings and misses, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. A ball and 2 strikes to Aguilar, and he swings at the off-speed pitch and strikes out to end the inning. Saints go down in order in the top of the 4th. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Score tied at 4. You're watching St. Louis Catholic High School baseball on the St. Louis Catholic Sports Network. Bottom of the fourth, score tied at 4. Curveball from Nolan misses in the dirt. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. There's the 1-0 from Nolan. Fastball is fouled back, and it's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, nobody out. Foul down the right side. It'll be a ball and 2 strikes. Here's the 1-2 from Nolan. And it's popped up toward the infield. Nolan's calling it. And makes the catch for out number 1. One out, nobody on for the Rams. Shows bunt, misses low and outside. It's a ball and no strikes. Here's 1-0 from Nolan. Shows bunt, and it's called a strike. It's 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Curveball misses low, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Here's the 2-1 from Nolan. It's lifted towards left side in foul territory. Caesar and Aguilar give chase but can't get to it. It'll be 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on for Westlake. Score tied here in the bottom of the 4th at 4. And the breaking ball is in the dirt. And it's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Chopper towards third. Caesar off of his glove. He gets by Aguilar. And the batter will reach. Let's see how they score that. So 1 out runner at first now for Westlake. Ground ball past Caesar into left field. That'll be a base hit. And Westlake will have runners at first and second. They'll rule that an error on the previous batter. What was that, Tom? So 1 out, runners at first and second now for the Rams. Shows bunt. Pitch misses outside. It's a ball and no strikes.
Good pitch, David.
Come on, number 6. Get a whole shot.
Gaskin's out to talk to Nolan. It's 4-4 here in the bottom of the fourth. One out, and runners at first and second for Westlake. Shows bunt, and the pitch misses high. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
Come on, right here, number 6. Get the whole shot. Hit home run, center field.
2 balls, no strikes. Bunted down the first base line. Nolan will get to it and tag the runner for the out. The runners will advance to second and third now with 2 down.
Hey, number 12.
2 down. Runners at second and third for Westlake. First pitch from Nolan catches the outside corner, and it's no balls and 1 strike.
Okay, number 12. Get the whole shot.
Breaking ball misses low, and it's 1-1.
Make a call right here. Center field.
Here's the 1-1 from Nolan, and the curveball misses low. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, hit the ball in the back. It's called baseball.
2 balls and a strike from Nolan, 2 outs. Off the end of the bat, Aguilar, and it gets out into center field. 1 run comes home. Here comes another run to the plate. 2-run score on the base hit for the Rams. Off the handle right up the middle. Aguilar dove for it. Came up just short. And Rams lead it 6-4. Two down runner at first for Westlake. And first pitch misses low, gets away from Gaskin, and the runner advances to second base. It's a ball and no strikes. One 0 swung on and missed, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the 1-1. Deep fly ball to left center field. Gonzalez, it'll be over his head. Run will come home, and Rams have a 7-4 lead. Rams have scored 3 runs with 2 outs in the inning.
That's what I'm talking about. Come on, 2-4. That's rock and roll right here.
It's a 2 down runner at second for Westlake. Westlake scored 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and have 3 here in the fourth. Pitch misses outside. It's a ball and no strikes. Well hit ball down the left side, but foul. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Come on, 2-4. Hit another home run. Come on, 2-4.
1 ball, 1 strike with 2 down. Runner at second for Westlake. And timeout is called by the batter.